Hey, champions, I forgot to mention Benji and his afro and boots and tattoos last week. Take 6. The Real Black China, Season 1, Episode 4. Back to basics. So of course, we start out with China, with recapping the last episode that I call Park Gate. So they at the park but I forgot to mention last week, Benji and his afro showing up. So I didn't forget to mention it, but I had my grandsons with me and they distracted me. So Benji, his tattoos, those fisherman boots, and that khaki onesie that he had on. He has a tattoo with a bow tie on his neck and it's pink. Okay. So he is basically Tony is over there venting to Benji about what had happened when she told CHYNA. Oh, see this food. I don't know if y'all can see him. But told Benji went over to CHYNA's, and I guess CHYNA told her what had happened was her mama came into town stomping, talking, doing this, that, and the other. And so Tony, I guess production scheduled him to sit down, and he sat there with his outfit. I'm just gonna call it an outfit. I'm not gonna even go there. I'm just gonna call it an outfit. He sat there with his outfit and his afro, saying that they need to work it out and this, that, and the other. And she promised them that she would. They're having dinner that night, and so that was last week. So let's catch up to this week. So we're still at the restaurant. Tony and CHYNA are sitting there and arguing about who paid for CHYNA to go to school, right? And so they agree to I guess they agree to disagree, And CHYNA was just like, bye, bye. So I guess Tony, in my opinion, Tony signed some papers. You know how parents do. We signing papers. And she knew she wasn't going to pay this loan back. And she figured that she saw $40,000 on this piece of paper that she paid for this school. But in the same breath, she said that CHYNA never went to school. So CHYNA is bewildered about, why is she lying? Either I went to school either I went to school or I didn't go to school, or you paid or you didn't pay, right? So CHYNA figures that, or says that Tokyo said that she paid. So they arguing back and forth. So confessional Tony admits to getting loud and and she's a private person and it's too much and it's trifling. And confessional CHYNA says enough is enough. Here we go again. And so CHYNA shuts down. She just shuts down and says, well, we'll just leave it at that. And then Tony was like, oh, okay. Well, she got up and the producer was like, no, sit down. She said, no, she said, bye. So I'm getting up and I'm leaving. Let's go, Wosi. I can't get that man's name right. So CHYNA, Bubba, sorry y'all. So CHYNA shuts down and says, we'll just leave it at that and goodbye. Tony gets up, blocking the cameras for a good 5 minutes. She was standing, her big ass was big red ass was standing in front of the camera because she had a red jumpsuit on. Standing in front of the cameras, and she saying, oh, she gonna bring up stuff that happened from 10 years ago, and she's still on that shit. And come on, Walsey walks out to the front of the restaurant, right? So CHYNA said, roll the cameras, roll her going out. Roll her walking out, right? Roll her leave it. And you have Tony outside. She's talking about, I'm not tolerating this shit. Where's the car? Shit is trifling, bitch. That's why that's why the fuck she's where she is at. Get the car and let me get the fuck out of here. Mind you, she's on her daughter's show, okay? I can't. Switch reels. CHYNA's at the table. She's bewildered. You know, she's venting to, by now, she done waved over. She done waved over her assistant. Y'all, I got my sock on backwards. I just noticed it. She done waved over her assistant Ashton, right? And she's saying to Ashton, what she said, visiting to the cruise, she went to school, she said she went to school for 2 years. I swear I said she said she paid for it. She wanted them to roll the taste back. She said that. That's what CHYNA thinks she said. She really didn't say that, but let me just go on. And so Tony is outside venting, because you know how they like to go back and forth. They show CHYNA, and then they show Tony. So they outside showing Tony venting to Wasi. CHYNA stunting for the cameras, making me look stupid. She has no humility. Bitch, bye. Here we go, Wasi. And then here go Wasi. Oh yeah, she all she doing is saying some slick shit, and you know, and some sly shit. Wasi need that check. Wasi need that check, right? And because he's steadily capping for Tony to stay on the show. So Confessional Tony wants to know who can sleep at night knowing that their mother, not knowing where their mother is, not knowing the condition or situation with their mother, right? So let's switch wheels to CHYNA. CHYNA is tired and over Tony. She asked for her vape. Okay, so when she was like sitting down to venting to the crew at the table, she waving over Ashton like, you know. So obviously that backpack, that was CHYNA's, and had her vape in there, and she got her vape, and she's smoking her vape, right? Wait, but did y'all catch prior to that when Tony said, she said, where's the J? Now y'all know what the J is. Y'all know what the J is. Y'all know what the J is, all right? Y'all know what the J is. Where the J? That's what Tony said. Who is she barking at, Bubba? So Confessional Tony wants to know, you know, talking about who can sleep at night. And so switch real to CHYNA is tired and over Tony. She asked for her vape. Ashton and his short, this is what I wrote down. Ashton and his shorts ran over there with a backpack, pulled out her vape. She calling Tony a liar, asking if Ashton heard her. And Ashton was like, I heard somewhat of the conversation. And CHYNA said she can get ratchet. We can get ratchet, right? We can get ratchet. Y'all, my battery, I can't. So switch reels to Tony. She treat me as if, and she's outside, treat me as if I'm an employee. Later on, watch what I say about that. And no, she signed the, and she knows she signed for that 40K, right? She paid for that school. She's roundabout saying that she paid for that school. So switch reels to China back at the table saying, look, I graduated in 2008. I got my AA, BA, I don't know what she got. She got her degree. And then she's like, she wanted me to, what I started from when I left the house and with my little stories and why we not getting along. But what she wanted me to start from the beginning? She wanted me to start from the beginning? She wanted me to start from, she lived with Cynthia, Jessica, her dad, this person, that person, Maurice, Auntie Ruthie, pillar to post, this house to that house. And even Barbara kicked her ass out, right? That's what she said. I can't. Switch Reels Confessional Tony said, one thing is China never seen people in and out of her house. What house? Because she been named about 18 people. That house she lived in and got put out of and moved this and that. Okay. I'm not gonna go there. I'm so glad I wasn't raised like that. At least my mama put me somewhere. This food, put me somewhere stable, right? What China does, because she's so Confessional Tony said, one thing is China never seen people in and out of my house, and the reason why she got people in and out of her house is because she lonely, and she need people, and then Confessional China was just like, what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right, and Tony is wrong. And she told, she's bringing back up the story. When I went to school, she put Post-it notes all over my door and of my house. So I guess when China was stripping, why you want to go in the house? Boy, sit down somewhere. Y'all should see this boy. He got, I can't. Look at this baby. Look at this food. Look at all them flowers on his nose and his eyes, and he just rolling over in the ground. Go play. Go play. Okay. I know my neighbor's just looking at me crazy. I cares less, okay? That's where I get my views. You stink. Okay. She's like, China was telling her staff, at the table with Ashton after she gave him her vape, how Tony, when she moved out of her house, like I said, I guess China been taking care of Tony since way back when, right? When she moved out of her house, she left cigarette burns and just tore her house up, right? So obviously China been taking care of her, obviously, right? So the producer is sitting down, when China's telling them all this. The producer said, well, Tony did say some nice stuff, and she seemed like she was remorseful about a lot of stuff, and then China was like, roll the tape back. Did you hear what she said this? Did you hear what she said that? So, oh my God, so she into her feelings, poor thing. Let me see, oh, my pen went out. You're sad. China was like, I can't wait till you lay this back. And then China said, did you see how Wolsey was standing behind me? I'm going to quote what she said. She said, Wolsey better get the fuck off her back, bitch. But then she hugged him at the end. Spoiler alert. So, switch reels to Tony outside. No wonder I couldn't see. Switch reels to Tony outside speaking with Wolsey, who need a check. I'm going to just call him Wolsey need a check. Because that's what he need. He want his check. Y'all, this is going to be a part 2.